so many first-time chats? Why is there so many first-time chats? I smell something. Smells like... Smell... Smells like bitch. Smells like there's a bunch of bitches here. Get out. Oh, that's focused on me nose. You can see I haven't shaved. Oh no, it's awful. That's my first time looking at it. Oh, Eve Street, thank me the gift, 25 gifted. Ah, I should have shaved before I came here. Hi guys. Hi chat. Everyone say hi. Everyone go woo. Everyone go so woo. Everyone say woo. But in full lowercase. Just W-O-O. Whiskey Oscar Oscar. Dude, ignore this. Ignore my stooble. Okay. I want to go over this, right? Anyone else with hair that they shave off? Quackity, I saw you, my king. Quackity with the 16 months just for me, king. Thank you, Quackity. And I want to say thank you to the hundreds of people who've resubbed. I'm really sorry I can't read you all. I used to do it so as anyone over 6 months I would read. I think I need to change that now because there's a lot of you have been here for so long and you're all so wonderful. And even those of you who've just arrived for the first time, I want to say thank you for coming here and hanging out with me and just being cool people, you know? But anyone who has hair that they shave with a razor, right? Anyone? Anyone else here? Put your hands up. Right? You ever get this? You get that? It fucking sucks. It sucks. Who gave me this dermatological nightmare? Was it fucking you, mum, or you, dad? I don't know. Someone gave me this fucking crisis. So now, and literally, you Google it. There's ways to get rid of it. There's ways to get rid of shaving rash. There's like oils and creams and shit. But I'm just so fucking lazy. The easiest way to get rid of it, and I kid you not, the easiest way to get rid of it is just to not shave for a bit. So I was like, oh, it's 3 days. Eve Street, they have another 25. So I'm just like, oh, I'll just not shave, you know? Just a couple, we'll leave it for a few days. And then I'm like, oh, you know what, actually, let's go live. Let's go live on twitch.tv. And now here I am. And you know what, chat? It's worth it. Neckbeard, yeah. My entire hairline, facial and top of my head is like, woof. It's just moved, sorry, it's like woof. And no, wait. No, this bit is woof. And this bit is woof. So like my hair begins here. And my hair begins like so everything's too far away. Do you like my new grow a mustache? Okay. Do you like my The Shining shirt? I bought it the other day and I was like, hey, this is yellow and has words on it. We like yellow and words. And then I saw the back. Let me show you the back. Okay. We have a masterpiece of modern horror. So now, chat, everywhere I go, no matter where I am, no matter who I see, they will just see labeled on me, a masterpiece of horror. That's what I am. I am a masterpiece of horror. So, and you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm okay with that. I can be a masterpiece of horror. How are we all? Let's put on some music. It's been a while since I've done just chatting. I feel like I've had my little. I've been having loads of little breaks. They come and go. They come and go like the wind. I go through phases where I'm like, yeah, streaming, and then other phases where I'm like, oh, streaming, you know. And I'm in a lucky, humble position to be able to pick and choose my job where I can just have bits like that. Chris Me Quick, thank you for 50. Or I can just have bits like that, you know, bits where I'm like, whoop, step back, and then bits where I'm like, whoop, you know, I can choose my own hours and that, which is pog and humbling as fuck. But yeah, I will always come back, and you know, and I hope that every time I come back, I'm better than before. I just want to come back and be better. So here I am. Chat, I'm in church, says Shadow Show 7. Let's talk about church. Let's talk about God's house, God's hut. The Sheik Shack. No, that's Shake Shack. What's it? The God's domicile. Eve Street, thank me the 25. Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about religion, everyone. Who wants to talk about religion, yeah? What's you guys' opinion on religion? Any religious people in the chat? Oh boy. I have a lot to say. About, you know, the Sheik's shack. What is a sheik? What is a sheik? That's not a god, is it? That's a like a king or something. No, not Sikh. How do I spell sheik? I could just be saying something completely obvious, completely awful, like something I shouldn't be saying. What is it? Google. I don't know how to spell it. An Arab leader, in particular the chief or head of an Arab tribe, family, or village. A leader in the Muslim community. Okay, so not quite the Christian god. I can't think of a word that's alliteration that can be a god and house. Is there a word that begins with G that means house? Hold on. House. Thesaurus. We've gone off on a tangent. A house, homestead, lodging place, dwelling place, abode, chamber, parliament. Parliament, that's not a house. A dwelling place, domicile, a roof over your head, place of residence, habitation. Nope. Okay. Gaff! God's gaff! Oh, thank you, chat. God's gaff. What can we say about God's gaff? What can we say about church? I used to be part of the J Club, chat. Do you know what the J Club is? Oh boy, they told us it was the Joy Club, but chat, it was definitely the Jesus Club. I was part of the J Club when I was a kid. Boring. Someone says, okay, Grinch 3000. Sorry. We'll talk about monster trucks next, all right, for you, King. But first, we're talking about Jesus, right? So I was part of the J Club, and the J Club was I thought the coolest thing in the world, right? My parents never told me what religion they were. Eve Street with another 25. You were just dishing it today. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered. But I sounded sarcastic. I am, Eve Street. I always am. It's always a pleasure to see you here. I'll miss you if ever you go. But yeah, so I was part of the J Club, right? And I thought Jesus was pretty prog. And my parents refused to tell me what religion they are. They never did. They never told me. So I have no idea. Nihilistic Quinn, thank me the 25. I just have no idea what religion they are. I think they must be atheist. They must be, because otherwise they would have just told me that they were Christian, I think. I don't know. But like I used to ask them, even as an adult, you know, it's like 25. I'd be like, hey, what religion are you, mum? She'd be like, not telling you. So I'd be like, okay. Agnostic could be. Who the fuck knows? Either way, I wanted to go to J Club. I was like, fuck yeah, J Club. So so I signed up for J Club, and I rocked up every Sunday to church, and it was us and a bunch of other, like, we were about 7 or 8 years old. It was us and a bunch of other kids, and at J Club we would discuss sin. We would discuss morals, ethics. We would discuss just stuff and things that were to do with you know, morality. You know, are your glasses fakes? Yeah, they are. I'll get real ones soon. I do need real ones. I just wear the fake ones. But I would rock up and I would learn about Jesus and about God and about religion. But most of the time we just talk about swear words. Me and all my friends would all talk about swear words. And yeah, anyway, eventually, do you want to know the thing that made me not only leave J Club, but also leave behind the idea of becoming a Christian when I was a kid? Was one day, I must have told this story before, I must have. One day, it was all run by a bunch of teenagers, like 18, 19 years old, all the people who were like in charge of J Club, all the like youth pastors kind of thing. And they said, right, it's the first day of summer, kids. You now need to all go and find Jesus in the church. It must have been about 2005, 2004. And they were like, go find Jesus. And I was like, sick. Yeah, I'll find fucking Jesus. That sounds sick. Yeah, like, you know, I've just learned what the word fuck means from my friend AJ, who was teaching me all the swear words. Now I get to go find Jesus. Fuck yeah, dude. I'll go find Jesus. So they say, go find Jesus, which does, I'm looking back on it now. Now I just couldn't think of the 10. I am looking back on it now, chat, and it does sound like they're going to kill us. But I was over the moon. I was like, hell yeah, I'll go find Jesus. So, we all wander off into the churchyard, and this church is, I'll show you what the church was. Hold on. Let's Google Maps this so we can actually follow along. I'm happy to Google Maps it because I don't even think they have J Club in this area anymore. And I haven't lived there for almost 2 decades. Where is it? Claydon in Suffolk. Hold on. Can we get this to work? Oh, I love what's happened here. Hold on. How do I... Hold on. There we go. Is that working? Yay. Okay. It was like... Here! This is the one! So this was my J Club, right? And they say to us pretty early on. Let's make it a bit bigger so you can see. Whoop! So they say to us pretty early on, like, go find Jesus. Go find Jesus in the churchyard. So I go for my little wander around the churchyard, right? And by the way, there's a really cool pillbox over here. It's like an old World War II style. There it is. Look at that. Can you see that, chat? I don't know. It's the little grey thing in the middle of the screen. Anyway, so we will go for a little wander around St. Mary and Peter's Church, Barham. The neighbours have a pool, for fuck's sake. Wait, how big is the fucking manor? Anyway, so we go wander around the churchyard, and we're like climbing on gravestones and shit. We're like climbing trees, looking under rocks. One kid like wanders off to like a house over here. There is a house like over here, right? It's like a house like, yeah, wanders off to like these fucking houses over here. And this one wanders off to this house like all the way across this field. We were fucking dream Minecraft manhunting Jesus, right? We were just looking for fucking Jesus all over fucking Barham, right? And we were just jumping on gravestones and like turning over rocks and like kids, we were like running up to the fucking like stained glass windows where they'd have like effigies of Jesus in the windows, and kids would be like, "Is that Jesus? We found Jesus!" And the youth pastors would be like, "No, you haven't found Jesus. You haven't found Jesus yet. You got to keep looking." Chat, I shit you not, this goes on for around 40 minutes, right? This goes on for like 40 minutes. These 8-year-olds running around this churchyard, right? And we're just looking for Jesus, right? Now here's the thing. Chat. 40 minutes pass and they call us back in and they give us some Ribena. And they give us the Ribena, right? And they say, "This is the blood of Jesus," right? And then they give us some bread and they say, "This is the body of Jesus," right? And we eat the bread and we drink the Ribena, right? And you never guess what they say, chat. Oh, chat, they say, "Kids, Jesus was inside you the whole time." Chat, I was not having it. 8 years old, I was pissed. The do stopped. The fucking it just fucking record scratch ended. I was fucking pissed, chat. Like, even at 8 years old, I knew it was a scam. I'd been scammed. I'd been fucking scammed. I remember I never went to the J Club again. My parents were like, "Oh, are you ready for J Club, Will?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to go to fucking J Club." And I never went again. I quit. And I tell you what, I think that was also the day I didn't want to be a Christian. That was what made me decide. That was my moment where I went, "Yep." And since then, I've just never, that was the moment that got me. I wonder how many other kids in my group were also in the same book. Jesus is in your stomach. Yes, you're right, chat. Jesus was in my stomach. Yeah. I wonder how many other kids dropped religion after that happened at the J Club. Is there even a J Club anymore? Hold on. There is the J Team Holiday Club. 5 to 11-year-old. Yeah, that's what I went to then. Shit. Cool. It's still going. Hey, J Club organizers. Sorry, your youth pastors from 2004 did a shit job. I'm sure you've got better ones now. Oh, it's a funny story though. That's where I used to walk my dog. That's where I have like one of my ghost stories. I've told you guys my ghost story, right? Of the time I saw a ghost in a field. When I was walking my dog at like 9 p.m. It's Tommy in the chat. Hello, Tommy. It was like 9 p.m. and I was walking my doggo. My doggo, his name was Romy. I was walking him. And I saw, and every day, no, you're saying no. I think I did tell you, but it would have been like fucking yonks ago. I think I was playing SMP Live last time I told my ghost stories, right? Surely, right? I don't know. When was the last time I told ghost stories? Who's a long-time viewer? Where's a 12-month sub? Hit me up, 12-month subs. When was the last time I've told my ghost stories? Honeysuckle, yes, you remember. How long was it? That long ago? Eve Street with a 25 again. Thank you so much. Hi, says Zeldalia. Hello, 12 months sub. Anyone else over 12 months? Yeah, SMP Live, says Lucy125. That rhymed, haha. Okay, they're all saying SMP Live. I can tell the story again. I can tell the story again. I can tell my little story again. Hello, James. Only an 11-month sub. It's funny, James, because you've known me longer than a year. That means that for the beginning of you knowing me, I was just one of your many underlings. One of your many just subordinates that you keep around you, right? You don't want to give me money. Fuck that, dude. I was just subordinate number 5592 to you, James, and I know how it goes. Yeah, go. Okay, well, I went near. There's a field. You remember the pillbox I showed you a second ago? There was a field next to that that I used to walk my dog. It's a really long field, and there's like 2 fields either side and a path that runs straight up the middle of this field, right? And I used to walk my dog there every day about 9 p.m. in the summer. And 9 p.m. in the summer in the UK is about the time when the sun's just set, right? That's like the best time for setting, right? You get me? That's like, is that right? Is it 9 p.m. that the sun sets? Either way, that was about the time. How old are you? 41. That was around the time that the sun would set, and I would walk my dog there, and I'd see like across the field. At one point I look across the field, and I see what like this white outline of a person. Like the best way I can describe it is like, imagine you've taken a photo, and you've put it onto like Microsoft Paint. And then you've got the eraser tool and like drawn around like the shape of a person. Do you know what I mean? 9 p.m. it's pitch black in the winter, yeah. But in the summer, I mean, right? You're listening to Lovejoy. That's cool. I think he meant 14. 41. Wow. 41. You look good for 41. Thank you. You know, what can I say? You know. What is that shocking to you that I'm 41, guys? I was born in 1980. May 3rd, 1980, guys. Come on. Anyway. So there was this like field, and there was this little, and it basically just looked like someone had used the eraser tool. Guys, so stop talking about my age now. I want to talk about ghosts, bro. Shush, right? So there was this like eraser tool of like the outline of a person. Chris me quick thing with a 20 in like the distance, and I remember seeing it and being like, I'm fucking scared. Phil's a moment. Anyway, I remember being like, I'm fucking scared of that. That's scary. That's kind of scary. You look around 20. Oh, well, you know, it's moisturizing, you know. Yeah, and I was like, that's scary. And I turned around and went home. I was so scared. And I told my dad. And he was like, whatever. I remember. I don't remember actually if he was like, whatever. But I remember him being like, it's probably nothing, well, you know. And I went back there and walked again. And I saw it again the next day at about 9 p.m. about the same time, right? And at this point, I was like, now hold on. Something's awry. Something's awry in Claydon. So I basically convinced my dad to come out with me to the field. And he ended up seeing it as well and being like, oh yeah. And then we walked towards it. And as we sort of got close, almost like, you know when you like walk towards a rainbow, you don't notice when, has anyone ever done that? Am I just a fucking weird kid that I used to walk towards rainbows? But like, when his hairline's 41, yeah. But when you like reach a point, the rainbow just kind of vanishes. It doesn't like, it keeps moving away from you forever and then it just vanishes and you don't really notice when it vanishes. You can't pinpoint the moment the rainbow's gone. That's what it was like. That's what it was like going towards this thing. And then I remember my dad, and we looked at the area where it was and we couldn't see anything. And then my dad was just like, oh, don't know. And that scared me more. Like, I wish my dad had just gone like, oh, it's nothing, Will. But instead he goes, oh yeah, shit, I don't know. And that freaked me the fuck out. That freaked me out so much. If my dad had just been like, shut up, Will. It's not good. Ghosts aren't real. I would have been like, okay. But the fact that he goes, ooh, that's scary. My dad used to do that with ghosts all the time. Like, he used to tell me the house was haunted. By Mrs. Elliot, I think the name was the ghost. And my dad used to be like, yeah, there's a ghost in the house. Oh, I went to the graveyard and saw her grave. And I was like, oh shit, ghosts are real. Caitlin Nees, thank you for the 10. ARG. How is that an ARG, chat? How is a ghost story an ARG? Will, how's the ARG? Did you delete YouTube videos? The fuck are you on? fuck are you talking about? Wilbur looks like my 42-year-old uncle. Oh, tell your 42-year-old uncle. Hit me up. He's hot as fuck. Charming. Charismatic. Minecraft stream. Eve Street, I'm in the 25. We know too much, Will. I know too much about what? ARG. Stop lamowing me. Please be my uncle. Please be my uncle. You can't. I can't do that. Oh, I could. Fuck, I don't have siblings. I could make. I was about to say one of my. Okay, here's what we do. Right, we get my mum to marry a man with children. Right. Following, and then we get his children. Yeah, you following? His children marry your mum or dad, and then I will be your step uncle. That would be cool. That would be really cool, don't you think? Wilbur's left foot says hairline ? Thank you. ARG don't know her. You want me to talk about this fucking ARG? Tommy was telling me about this. How everyone thinks it's a fucking ARG, right? I don't want to. I hate to. It's a hard thing to touch on because like I will make an ARG soon, but I just haven't yet. And I'm sorry. I genuinely, and I know you're not going to believe me because the whole thing with the ARGs is that I don't talk about them. But genuinely, just marry their aunt. Didn't think of that bit actually. You're right. That I could just marry your aunt. Do you have an aunt? I could just marry your aunt. But no, I'm just fucking chat. I'm just a weird guy. I've always been fucking weird. She's 33. Fine with me. Like, it's just, I've always been fucking weird. Right? You don't need to, like, when I start doing weird shit on other people's streams, that's not because I'm creating some detailed narrative. It's just, I'm just fucking bored. I go on, I see Tubbo and Rambo and Tommy alive, and so I call Tommy and tell him to go outside and eat dirt, and then go back in looking distraught. That's all. That doesn't mean there's an ARG, and I'm sorry, there will be an ARG, and I definitely won't make it obvious as well. It will be as weird and out of nowhere like this one is. But it's not this one. And me going onto Tommy's fucking roast video and just saying the same joke and over again, and then having a bit where Jack Manifold gets beaten up, which by the way, Tommy's gonna hate me for saying this, but that was my idea, having Jack Manifold get beaten up at the end of the video. I thought that'd be really funny, having a Joker moment. I thought that'd be really cool. Anyway, yeah, like that was just me being me. I'm just a I'm sorry. I was just in a silly, goofy mood. And sometimes I get in these silly, goofy moods, and I just have to start ARG. I'm sorry. I will have an ARG. Save your YouTube analyzing for when I do have one. And you'll know. I'll fucking appear in it. I'll appear in it like the last one too. I'll put on one of my silly little personas. You'll see. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. What was that? So why was... What's it? What was the question saying about it? So why was Tommy acting possessed on the Halloween stream? I don't fucking know. It's just Tommy, innit? He's just a fucking weird boy. It's not my help. It's not my problem. Tommy can do what he wants. Tommy can be a fucking weirdo. Marry my uncle to become my second uncle. You're really pushing it now, mate. We're going far out. Look, I'm either your uncle or I'm nothing. I'm also pushing myself away from the wall. I'm gonna be here now. Yeah, I don't know what your problem is. No, it's fair enough that you think there is an ARG. Maybe Tommy's running one. I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think he fucking knows how. I want to do it with Rambo, but he's gone. He's left. Didn't even get to say bye. He just left. Oh yeah, the fucking big YouTube series we were doing. Me and Rambo were doing a ghost hunting series, and we filmed the first episode, and then we stopped. We've shelved it again because he wanted to hang out with Amesy and Bilzo and Tubbo and the gang, And that's fair enough because he's going back to America soon, you know. But yeah, so that's now on the shelf as well. I'm a king of shelving things, chat. But the difference between me and everyone else is I'll tell you when I've shelved shit. I'll tell you when Soft Boy's shelved. Oh, I'm gonna finish this year without releasing a song. A comedy song. That's scary. It's almost the year of your new boyfriend, chat. 200 million streams in a year is kind of fucking mental. And guess what? The fucking Institute of American Music people won't give me a plaque. They won't give me the gold plaque, chat. They say I don't have enough US-based streams, which I think is a lie. Because I have like 150 million for like on Spotify with like an 80% US audience. That sounds, and I need something like 100 something million to reach the gold plaque. Corp's got his gold plaque. And wait, how many views, how many streams does
Choke me like you hate me, but you love me low key. Wanna date me when you fuck me with the fuck me with the.
Egos Are Ruining My Life has. How do I check streams? I don't like doing this shit. Sorry, Corpse. I'm not comparing myself. I just want to see how many streams you have for your plaque. It doesn't say. Someone in chat, can they look it up? I'll look it up on my phone. I'll do it on my phone, on me pahoni. Yeah, no, Corpse deserves it. Fucking hell, yeah. 192 million. Okay, how many do I have? Probably like 120 million on Spotify, right? 128 million. Okay, so I'm like 70 million off. But when did he get his... I don't know, man. This is my only go-to because I don't know any big musicians apart from like Corpse. Yeah, I need more. I need more. Run it up. Americans only. The rest... If you live in the US. No, stream Lovejoy. Stream Lovejoy. Don't stream Wilbur Soot. Unless you like my sad album. Who likes my sad album here? Who likes Your City Gave Me Asthma by me? That went big on TikTok recently. Hold on, can we get the... So, like, if you search the lyrics, it comes up with TikTok song. I don't deserve you. You deserve the world. So it feels like we were built from the same dirt. That was the bit that was used on TikTok, right? Lyrics clean. When I looked this up a while ago, it said, I don't deserve you, you deserve the world. Wilbur Soot, your sister was right, TikTok sound. Which I thought was very funny. I like it. Dude, I'm a big fan. Yeah, all the comment. It's quite interesting. I don't know how many people my sad album has reached now outside of you guys. Like, it's weird. Like, I whenever I think of people who listen to my music, I'm always thinking of, like, you guys who watch my streams. But, like, you go on the comments section of, like, Your Sister Was Right, and, like, all the responses are, like, anime profile pictures being like, real ones don't understand what this song's about. And so, it's, like, it's really interesting, because, like, Your City Gave Me Asthma is a very simple song. I can do a fucking lyric meaning behind each of them if you want. I feel like it's been long enough now. I can tell you what all the songs are about. It's not, your city gave me asthma. I won't go into too much detail because at the end of the day, it's your album. I said a while ago how I didn't want to own this album anymore. Like, I like owning it. Like, I like it being mine. Like, it's my creative work. But, like, in terms of who owns it in the heart, it's you guys. I don't own the feelings in that album anymore. So whatever attribution you've put on the lyrics and whatever attribution you feel like the lyrics say to you, that's correct. That's your interpretation. Whatever your interpretation of this album is the correct one. Because it's been so long and a lot of it doesn't apply anymore. Apart from maybe Saline Solution is still, I listen to and I'm like, yeah, that's still me. I do want to clear up something though that's a bit of a weird urban legend that TikTok and people who don't know me have put on Jubilee Line. That apparently the part in Jubilee Line where I play louder as you hear a train is me trying to overpower the sound of someone killing themselves. Don't know where that came from. Just not true. It's just I just like the tone, the sonic sound of things getting louder is cool in my ears. There's no There's no indicative meaning behind the noise getting louder. But I understand the song is about that, so I understand why you'd attribute it like that. Yeah, Jubilee Line I've said about before is just a song about how, like, when you're in London and anywhere that uses a big mass transit public transportation system, there's quite a big suicide problem. I think London Underground's like the third. Well, we're taking a bit of a dark turn. Trigger warning, by the way, for the next like 5 minutes. Sorry. Yeah. So the London Underground, I think, is the third highest cause of suicide. Like, I think it's after like Golden Gate Bridge and like the forest in Japan at the foot of Mount Fiji. You know, Fuji. Raxlu, I think, with the 20. So Jubilee Line is about how, when someone does take their life on the underground and on the tube network, it's like almost the only response that commuters and random people will give is like, it's crazy to me. That feels so disconnected from humanity, disconnected from the human experience, that when you find out that someone can't go on any longer, the only response these people have waiting for their train on the platform is, I'm gonna be late. And that fucked me up. That hit me when I was in London. That made me like, what the fuck? And instead of you know, getting better mental health services, you can stop saying TW now, guys. Okay. Instead of getting better mental health services, all they did was just put barriers in front of the rails to stop people, and it doesn't really work. It didn't work, and I mean, it might. If it does, good job, guys, but I don't think it does, because people do still end up killing themselves. So yeah, that's what Jubilee Line's about. Not too complex. It's a bit heavy-handed, actually, coming from me. I've never dealt with suicidal thoughts or ideation, so it's a bit of a heavy-handed song, I will confess later on down the line now, but it meant something to me when I was affected by that kind of stuff living in London. Yeah. Saline Solutions about hypochondria, health anxiety. Mimi, big hypochondriac. My entire life. Woo! Go back since I was a little kid at J Club. Little hypochondriac me. That's just who I be. That's just a part of me now. And I'm sure there are other health anxious people in the chat, and I'm just telling you, there's lots of ways of coping. They all work differently. Normally, they work differently for different stages in my life. They work differently knowing... I find the biggest one is knowing the cause of why I'm feeling this way. So I normally, it's because I drank caffeine. What does that mean? Hypochondria is the feeling of... I'll say it in just simple terms. So imagine you know whenever you get like a pain in your chest or something, most people go, oh, that's it, I'm dead now. You know, like, oh, fuck it, I'm dead. You know, like, it's like, that's the end. That's normal, like, intrusive thoughts, right? Hypochondria is the idea that every single thing wrong with you is the end, and you need to go to the doctor or you're gonna die. And that's, I've always had that. Ever since I was a little baby man. Little baby man. Yeah, come to Australia. Oh, maybe one day. Yeah. Oh, I'll get on to Australia in a minute. There's a cool thing I want to do, and I want to know if anyone else has done it. We'll move on from the sad in a minute. I just want to talk about just the first couple songs. So yeah, hypochondria. Saline Solutions is about me being scared I was going to die all the time. Since I Saw Vienna is about traveling, and is about the feeling of being with someone but feeling lonely. The feeling of that you have to keep moving. I haven't lived in the same house for more than a year. I'm a big mover. I'm a big zoomer. I like to go around. I don't normally stick with things very long, which is a problem I've always had. So sticking with things is something I'm trying to improve on. Twitch has been pretty mental. I've never really stuck with something for this long, and it's only been 2 years. So yeah, thank you for being here, chat. Losing Face is about me being dumped. I got broken up with, and I was told to wait for them, and then they immediately got a new partner. And that was like that, and that was my realization that, fuck, yeah, I've got to move on as well. That's what Losing Face is about. It's the whole song comes with the first verses and choruses are me drunk. I wrote it while drunk. having that feeling of I'm angry, and then the ending of the song is my genuine feelings afterwards, you know, thinking back on it. Your Sister Was Right is about me being a bad person and being reckless with others' hearts. La Jolla is about is sort of about just wanting to leave the UK, wanting to go traveling, and you know, it basically is a continuation since I saw Vienna. You know, I've got to keep moving, got to keep zooming around. Face Reveal, maybe one day. And I'm Sorry, Boris is about leaving London. That was written the week before I moved, in fact. Yeah, that's what Your City Gave Me Asthma's about. Are You Alright? The album, the EP from Lovejoy is Lovejoy's EP Are You Alright is basically just a collection of stories of mainly nights out and drinking in the United Kingdom. And Pebble Brain is a breakup album. It's a breakup with a country. The entire track list, start to finish, is in different ways me breaking up with England. Yeah. So there you go. That's done now. Australia time. Right, fuckers. Help me out here. Google Maps again. We're going Google Maps again. Right. Zoom in. Right. So chat. There is this thing I wanted to talk about that I wanted to know who else is with me on this. So here's Australia, by the way. You ever seen Australia? That's what it looks like. It's fucking huge. It's like a continent. It's a continent and an island and a country. Fucking ridiculous, right? Mental. Anyway, what about you, soft boy? All my comedy songs are just jokes. They're not about me. Anyway, here's the country. Look at it. There's Brisbane. Any Brisbaners? I wonder if anyone watching this lives in Ipswich near Brisbane. Yeah? I'm probably fucking terrifying someone right now. It's like 6 a.m. for you. And I'm just like, who lives here? That must be scary. Wait, I bet I can scare you. Hold on. Who lives? Let's go. Who lives in Frederick, Maryland, near Baltimore, huh? Any of you? That would scare some of you. Some of you are scared right now. I just thought of you. I just thought of you, Emma from Maryland. Everyone in chat, just say, yeah, Emma from Maryland. Everyone say, yeah, Emma from Frederick, Maryland. I'm just someone spooked from that. Anyway, here's Australia. Australia's pretty fucking huge, right? I don't know if you can understand how big Australia is, but like, look how big India is. India's a huge country, right? Look at fucking Australia. It's like twice the size. Australia's huge. You could fit the entirety of the United States in Australia like a bunch of times. It's mental. It's crazy, right? So. I have a bit of a bucket list goal that I want to do. And if I do it, chat, how about this? If I do it, I promise you I'll vlog it. Because I really want to do it. I want to do travel vlogs, chat. Would you guys come along if I made a travel channel? Where I just did travel vlogs? That would really suit me. I love traveling, and now that COVID's over, I want to do it more than ever. And you guys have facilitated me an income where I can feasibly do that and not have to, you know, and I can keep streaming on the go because I have this job that you guys have given me. You know, this is... I could, chat. Should I? Maybe. Write some songs on the way, do some music. That sounds like a fucking dream. Do it with some friends. Yeah, fly my friends out with me. Yeah, and I'll do little challenges that you guys can set me. That'd be cool. Anyway, well then this thing will be part of this idea. So Australia, right? I was always under the impression, right, that Australia, you've got Melbourne, you've got Canberra, you've got Sydney, right? So notice how everything's around the edge. Even if you go all the way on the other side, you've got Perth, all the way over here, right? So Australia, in my eyes, is like a coastal country, right? Everything's on the coast. So whenever I'm doing like GeoGuessr, I'm always doing the coast of Australia, right? And then I saw, I don't know if you can see this, chat, but can you see right in the middle of the screen one big text, like if you zoom out, like it's the only city, right in the center, Alice Springs, Australia, right? And when I zoomed in, like, let's just look at this, right? Look at this shit, right? Australia is just like barren desert all the way through the center, apart from this fucking Alice Springs, right? And I saw this, and I was like, this is sick. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that is mental that they have this city in the middle of the country. Like, look around. There's just rock. Look, let's just drop ourselves down on a road somewhere. Like, here, what's going on here? I don't know. This is all it is, all around Alice Springs. Just this arid outback, this kind of scrubland, right? And I'm going to be honest with you, chat, I fell in love. I became obsessed with this city. And I Googled it, and like, I'm sure there's someone watching here right now that lives in Alice Springs. I mean, it's a pretty popular place. It's very well known. I mean, I'd heard of Alice Springs. I wasn't sure. I didn't know it was right in the fucking middle. Look at this shit. Look, the only places around are like little townships like this. Look, this is the only shit. That's quite cool, actually. It's in a giant circle. I like that. This is the stuff I want to see before I die, chat, honestly. It's the stuff I want to see before I'm old. What's the point in doing it all when you're old? Anyway, so I saw this, and I fell in love, chat, with Alice Springs. I was like, that's ridiculous. That's mental. So I decided I wanted to go there, and I discovered that one of the more interesting ways of getting there. I don't know if you can see this, chat. We go back to the layers. It's this big fucking highway. Huge yellow highway that snakes down the country all the way from Darwin, which is where, you get the Great Barrier Reef from Darwin. Pretty cool. Like to go there. Comes all the way down through the entire outback. Just miles and miles of desert. And it ends up down here in Port Pirie, I guess. I would have thought Adelaide. Yeah, here we are. It ends in Adelaide, right? Chat, is there any vlogs online of someone driving that? Is Tubbo here? What's Tubbo said? Nice city, bro. Thanks, Tubbo, man. Thank you, man. Morglavania, thank you for the 20. Is there a vlog of someone driving that entire thing? Because I've Googled it. It has a name. What's the name of the highway? It's got a name. It's the A87, I think. Hold on. Australia A87. Stewart Highway. The Stewart Highway, right? Stewart Highway vlog. See if that comes up with anything. Stewart Highway road trip. Uploaded in 2018. The fastest road in the Southern Hemisphere, 2016. Stewart Highway, 2015. All these videos less than 1,000 views. That's mental. It's so cool. Is it just me that thinks that's really cool? There's just this giant highway that goes all the way up the country. And look, there's just this massive stretch. The length of my country. Like the length of England. There's road of this. There's power lines, but there's nothing. How dangerous is it to drive? Is it dangerous to drive down here? Is there... Look at these flies. Is it dangerous to drive down here? Is there, what's the risk of, how many service... How do you get water? Do you have to pack water and food? What's the... this is the kind of stuff I want to learn about and I want to do. It just goes on and on. How long does it take to drive? How long does it take to drive Stewart Highway? To drive the highway, allow 7 days minimum, then budget for days for stops along the way to get food and drink. Does that not just excite you? Ah, man. And imagine all the places, because there's little towns along the way, right? Look, if we just keep getting... Look, here we are, Tennant Creek. There's just these little towns along the way. It's got an airport. Tennant Creek looks pretty big, actually. Look, if we just drop down in Tennant Creek, look. Look at these, sick stuff. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. I want to do it. I want to drive this. I want to see what's going on. I want to stay in a 1-star motel room in fucking Tennant's Creek if they have any. I mean, there we are. Goldfield Motel. There you are. Stop there. See what's happening in Goldfield Motel, I'm smitten, chat. I'm smitten. Shan Khan, thank you for the 5. Yeah. Sorry, I know someone said come to Australia and that's what started this whole discussion. Do you mind me talking about one more thing? Can you drive though? That's problem number 1. I'll learn to drive. I am actually going to learn to drive at the end of this year. Because I'll be going to America soon. And I'll need to know how to drive when I'm in America. I will still be streaming before you ask, yes. Anyway, I want to talk to you more about so when I've always loved like Google Earth. I don't know if the phrase loving geography is the right word, because to love geography means to love, you know, learning about, you know, HDCs and LDCs and volcanoes and earthquakes and stuff, which I find interesting, but just not quite as interesting as I find countries and history. So I guess I'm more of a geo historian lover, a bit of a I love the human side of geography. I love the idea with the people and stuff. And when I was a kid, this was around the same time I was going to J Club actually. On my dad's computer, we just installed Google Earth, which was brand new at the time. Google Street View didn't even exist, right? Google Street View wasn't real. It was an idea, a glimmer in Google's mind. Raxlor with a 6, thank you very much. It was like a glimmer in everyone's mind, right? Google Street View, and it ended up being quite controversial. For those of you that are around during the advent of Google Street View, who remembers the controversy? I think there is still a bit of controversy actually with a few people. I know Germany has a opt-out process for it, but people thought that people were going to use Google Earth to because people were going to use Google Street View to stake out places to rob, which is kind of weird because you could just go there in person and get the same effect. I don't know. So people were blurring their houses and there were protests against it. Anyway, I know some countries don't even allow Google Street View vans. Like India allows Google Street View uploads, but I don't think it allows the vans in. I think I might be wrong on that. But are you planning on meeting Quackity? Maybe in months, maybe in less than 50 hours. You'll never know. But either way, I was... That was a joke, by the way. Don't get excited about that. Either way, I was obsessed with Google Earth, right? I was in love with it, and I used to love going around Europe, especially, and I used to love Scandinavia quite a lot, like Sweden, Finland, and stuff. And I've always, sorry, Finland. I know some of you don't like being put in with Scandinavians. Geographically Scandinavian, right? Geographically Nordic, like Iceland and stuff up here. And I've been fortunate enough that even before I was a streamer, I've oh yeah, don't spam your locations in chat, you fucking losers. That's how you get that's how you get fucking doxed. Anyway, so I became really into Scandinavia, right? And just the geographic side of it. I love how thin Norway is. And I remember just scrolling around up here and all of these northern towns. By the way, is this where it is? Nordkap? Where's Nordkap? Is this Nordkap? Nordkap, here we are. So you got Nordkap up here, right? And I wanted to pitch this to Tom Scott because this is pitched as the most northern part of continental Europe, the most north you can go in continental Europe, right? But if you go just a couple feet to the left, how did you fuck that up? How did you fuck that up? You've got no... It's the most northern point in continental Europe. I don't know, man. It seems like a big oversight. So I was like, I want to go... If I ever speak to Tom Scott, I want to pitch him the idea of the most northernmost point in Europe isn't. Tweet that at him. Someone tweet this clip at him. Clip that, tweet it at him. I want the most northernmost point in Europe is not. That's a really cool video idea. Anyway. So I was really into my Northern Europe, kind of Norway and that, right? And I used to go around all these little towns and just have a look at them. And they're all pretty cool. Look at this. Just a little on the side of a hill, and then you've got this one, which is just windy little roads and stuff. And I was like, these are really cool. You've got Hammerfest, which is quite a big one, that little port. Got a little cruise ship, it looks like. Extra Briggen. You want some extra Briggen? You got these little islands with just like a couple houses. Like people live their entire lives on these islands, you know? Maybe going to the mainland to restock and things, you know? It's cool. It's really interesting lives the people that live here must have, right? And then I found this place. Tromsø. Tromsø? How do you pronounce the O with a line through it? Tromsø. Anyway. I found this when I was a kid. And it's just on all sides surrounded by mountains. And the only thing around it is these little villages, right? Like these little townships. There's no like big cities for miles, right? All there is mountains and rivers. And it's the city on an island on what is effectively like a lake that joins the sea, like the edge of an estuary, right? And it was such an important place that they built a fucking highway to it. Look, it's just a big yellow highway connecting just to Tromsø and nowhere else. And that intrigued me so much because like the history of this place is so interesting. And it became a bit of a running joke with me whenever I'd refer to someone as being like far away. You can turn off sub-only mode now, by the way, mods, if it's getting better. Eve Street, I think the 25. I had like this... Thank you, mods, by the way. Good job. I had like, whenever I needed to talk about like a place being far away, like if I was saying like, oh, he's gone far away, I'd be like, oh, he's gone to fucking Tromsø. Right? That's what I used to say. Oh, he's gone to fucking Tromsø. It was like my go-to city for like someone being far away. And what ended up, and I've never been. I've never even been to Norway. I've been to Denmark, I've been to Sweden, I've been to Iceland. I've never been to Norway. So chat, I'm going to Tromsø at the end of this year. I'm booking my flights. I'm going to Tromsø. This place that I've been obsessed with, and I used to, every time I do Google in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'd fly from Tromsø. Because it's just the first place that I think of. And so I'm going. I'm booking a flight and I'm going. I've never been to Norway. That's what I'm doing. First travel vlog. I maybe won't vlog it. I don't think I'm going for very long because I'm going to America really soon after. So we're recording the new Lovejoy EP. Like mid this month. Then I'm going to Tromsø. Then I'm going to America. So maybe not a vlog. Maybe that's just me time. It's probably just me time. But pretty cool, huh? I went to school with a boy from Tromsø and he was terrifyingly pale. Oh yeah, another cool thing about Tromsø, because it's surrounded by mountains on all sides, the sun just doesn't rise in the winter at sometimes. So I hope to see that. I hope to see that in the winter. I want to see the sun not rising. That would be cool. I saw the sun setting earlier when I was staying in Italy. They had mountains where the sun didn't set properly. Well, it set really early. Yeah. Coolio. Have a safe trip, Mr. Soot. Thank you. I will. I'll tell you all about it when I get there. Dark. Yes. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be in light afterwards, so I'll be fine. Yeah. Come to Brazil, maybe. Maybe if you're lucky, if you're good. How many songs for the new EP? 3. 2 of them in a cover. One is a cover of one of my favorite songs ever. I want to get it out before the end of the year because I want to make it clear that my 2021 Lovejoy stuff is very different from 2022 and 2023. So you know, it's like a completely different thing. I want people who listen to Lovejoy 2021 to be like, oh, that's their 2021 stuff. So basically, I want you to treat these 3 EPs like an album. So treat Are You Alright, Pebble Brain, and the new one, name not disclosed. I want you to treat all 3 of them like an album. And then the next year, I'm going to make an actual album. And maybe a couple singles and stuff. Yeah. That's the plan. Have you ever been to Portugal? Yeah, a few times. I like Portugal. Gigs, says a first-time chatter. Yes. Gigs. We will be doing gigs. What region of England are you from? I don't know. South, I guess? South England? Yeah, South. Where are you guys going in the US? Anywhere where people will come. Really. If we go there, well, when we go there, it'll be wherever you guys will come. But first we'll do the UK. I don't want to do I don't want to do big tours off the bat because we're shit. I can't emphasize enough how bad we are at live shows. Lovejoy. We've done little rehearsals and we've done practices and we played in front of like friends. We are bad. We're really like Mark is the only one holding it together. We need practice. So we're going to be doing small, I want to call them pilot gigs first in England, in the south of England, where what we'll do is we'll do these really quick pub gigs. Like we'll announce them on the day. Ignore everything on Spotify, by the way. It's all bullshit. Any Spotify like tour or gig you see is a lie. But yeah, we'll do like pilot gigs, and I want to go and practice. And it'll be one of those things where like, hey, we're not going to be perfect, but like I want to have like gigs where like we have maybe like 20 to 50 people, maybe 100, and then we play for them, and then afterwards we ask you guys like, what did you think? How would you improve it? Would you change the set list? Would you do this? Would you do that? So that's what we'll do. Big tours aren't a little while away. I'd love to be doing them now, but I just don't think I'm good enough. And I want to be, if I'm giving you proper big tours and I'm charging you ticket prices, I want to make sure I'm doing them right. These little pilot gigs will be probably very cheap. So, but yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Oh boy, am I worn out? It's been an hour, chat. That's my hour. That's my hour of stream done. Now we can keep going a little bit longer if there's anything else you want to talk about. Tubbo saying tours ? MCC this week, yes. MCC All Stars. Me, Tubbo, Filzer, and Tommy. I miss Techno, man. I begged him. I was like Techno. Wait, what did I say? I said, is there any way I can convince you to play All Stars? I said, we'll have a lot of fun. We won't be stressful. We won't play too seriously. But he's not. He doesn't want to. And that's fair enough. That's totally understandable. But yeah, we'll miss him. It was one of those things where Tubbo is perfect. I think Tubbo is. So I'm so close to Tubbo, and we're all so close to Tubbo. He's the perfect. And I know it must be quite big shoes to fill, because you know with like the Sleepy Boys. But Tubbo is always sort of an honorary Sleepy Boy in my eyes. He's always been one of us. He's always been with us, and I think he's the perfect person to step into Techno's big old shoes, and it'll be great. But I will miss Technoblade. Yeah. Yee. Are you doing lore? Lore. It's almost the anniversary of the big moment, November 16th, isn't it? I won't be around. I'll be writing. Sorry. I've been trying to get going with lore recently, but everyone's very busy. I've got about 2 more streams planned that are ready to go right now, and then I've got a bunch others, but I don't want to say how many. Yeah. So yeah, but it will almost be a year since the big bang, the big boom. A year. How's No Nut November going? Why is people's masturbation habits like so public? I don't get it. Like the question of are you doing No Nut November is such a fucking hard question. Cause it's like you either go, yeah, I love fucking I love withholding masturbation. I love semen retention. Or people are like, you doing No Nut November? You're like, no, I'll be jacking off regularly, actually. I'll be doing run-of-the-mill standard jacking off this month. Oh, it's so funny. See. Ghostler, thank you for the 10. Love this chat, Wilbur. Thanks, man. I'm glad. Mr. Soot, you can't see the Great Barrier Reef from Darwin. Oh. Great Barrier Reef. Where is it? Was I being a silly goose? Was I being a silly goose? Oh, yeah, it's not near Darwin. Oh, okay. Well, you get some cool coral reefs, I bet. Bet you get some cool coral reefs, huh? Uh-oh, Bella, thank you for the 5. Anyway. It's been a pleasure, honestly, chat. It's been really nice. It's been a really nice... I'm surprisingly unexhausted. Normally I'm very exhausted after stream, but I'm surprisingly unexhausted tonight. You guys have been splendino. Are you continuing Hay and Stuff? Oh. Hay and Stuff's a complex one because, like, I struggle to talk for an hour unprompted. I struggle to talk for an hour prompted. So 40 minutes unprompted is really hard for me. I just don't have it in me. I don't have the energy, you know. Saddest animation. I've seen it. I watched it on Tommy's stream, guys. There's probably a YouTube clip of me and Tommy watching it. Where'd you get your glasses? Amazon. What about merch? Lovejoy merch soon. How was your breaky bog? Was it a break? I was gone for like 12 days. If I have a break, you'll know. I'll be gone. Muffin music video. I've seen it. Good job, Bad. Bad's done a really good job with that. It's very fun. Will you get real glasses? Yes, I will. Anyway, chat. I am gonna have to... Oh fuck, that was the wrong button. Ah! I'm gonna say bye to you. Who should we raid, chat? Who do you guys want to raid, huh? Who would you recommend? Because I'm looking at my raid list right now. I'm looking at my raid list and I'm thinking some H-bomb right now. I'm gonna do some H-bombing. Let's raid Habomb. Is it working? Too many people are watching. Well, I'm gonna fuck off. All of you fuck off, and I'll fuck off too. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. You've been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye. Wow.